And of course, this game is sponsored, or this tournament is sponsored by XBet, our beautiful...
Dire team ban.
And yeah, the beauty is that if you go to the XBet site, you can actually bet on all these matches with favorable odds and the highest payouts. Just use code ProDotA or BountyX, and you're able to bet on these amazing matches. So do check those out. That said, my name is D Swordfish. I will be your caster for today. Let's get right into the draft. Monkey King, Bane, Doom Clockwork, Queen of Pain, Slaughter, Silencer, and Night Stalker. Again, going for the Silencer pick. I mean, I think it's Lolico's best hero. I've only ever seen him.
Dire team.
He plays a lot of Silencer. He does like it a lot. Has a lot of preference. By the way, Golden Star is Lolico for people that don't know or know Lolico from other teams. He used to play... I forgot where Lolico played, but he's a pretty famous Russian. Right, that said, you combine this with Queen of Pain and Slaughter. I can see again. It's a good combination for a team fight. I don't like the fact that Slaughter or Night Stalker can be running the position 4, or sorry, position 3, because neither of them are really that good at it anymore. I do like the repetition of the Doom per SFTe. I think it's quite fantastic, especially against the Queen of Pain, so he's much more effective. You run the Monkey King again, probably in the carry position, so it seems like they're not changing their draft too much. But Clockwork Bane is one of those combinations that nobody really pays attention to, but it's so disgusting. Nightmare, and then all of a sudden Clockwork comes up, oh hey, I have cogs, guys, by the way, lol, and just destroys everyone. It is fantastic. It's so good. And I don't really see what you are meant to do against these two guys, to be perfectly honest. The last pick is the Clinks. I like the Clinks a lot. Can withstand a lot of damage from the Doom. Yes, he likes to use the Searing Arrow, so Doom can really crush him, but he can't Doom 2 heroes, and he can sustain a lot of punishment. You do have a lot of stuns to stop him, though. The Clinks is pretty good at kiting Monkey King, if it be. Now let's see what SFTe pick. Probably for the mid lane, I want to say, here. You're up against the Queen of Pain. The Puck would have been a good pick, but they themselves banned it. The Viper would have actually been really good, especially now that you... What else could you be? I suppose you could go... I was gonna say, you could go for an Invoker just because the Bane and Clocker combine so nicely with... And you do have a similar power peak in the Monkey King made it 15. We'll see. We'll see what SFTe decides. One of the things, I guess a good tanky mid laner like a DK, for example, is also pretty good. I'm a big fan of the DK, though, so I feel like I'm a little biased to that. You can run an OD, for example. The Astral Imprisonment can be really strong to stop the Clinks when he's in the Brave. Actually, OD is pretty good here with the draft they're running, because OD Bane or OD Clockwork is fantastic. And no, they're going to run a Phantom Lancer. Ooh, actually, so you can go the complete different route, right? Instead of going a hero that can just withstand the Clockwork, or the Clink, sorry, go for a hero that just can't be stopped. As a way to dispel the amplified damage, which I love. The silence is not that effective against someone that naturally builds up the Manta style anyway. Ooh, it's gonna be support Doom and carry Clockwork. Or not carry it. Offlane Clockwork. I'm not against that. Anyway, Illidan, so he's not gonna be killed by the Clinks whatsoever because he can just overwhelm him with the amount of illusions you can have. The Mana Burn is actually very, very strong against the Clinks, who usually gets Desolator first. Now you might want to get Orchid, or I mean, I guess the Soul Ring build is still up if you want to do that, because there's no other way. You need to have some mana on the Clinks to be able to deal damage, and Phantom Lancer can really take that away. The Queen of Pain is okay against Phantom Lancer, but not when the Doom is backing him up. And of course, you have a lot of heroes to give you space anyway, so he can be...
Prepare for battle.
We'll see. SFTe versus S. See how this goes. I kind of want to go for STXA because I do like the Clinks pick. I think it's a bit more creative, and I do like the minus armor strat they're running with the Slaughter Clinks. It's very effective, but they don't take advantage of the Slaughter too much in this matchup. You don't take advantage of the extra amplify or the vision amplify damage gives you. I don't know if you don't. Oh no, no, there's a ward here. Like he's standing right next to it. It's very odd. So it should be a good strategy, but I do love this Phantom Lancer. He's fantastic against Queen of Pain in the mid lane because you actually force her to for 0-2-3 build as opposed to the 1-1. I mean, I've seen 1-1-3 build or two. Rarely do you put 2 points in Shadow Strike against someone who can dispel with a simple doppelganger. You can also dispel the amplified damage Sears easily, and the 2 silencers are very weak against something like, well, the Modest Style. In fact, you need stuns for this Phantom Lancer, and they have none of those, right? Except for the Slardar. So they have a lot of ways to really take advantage of Phantom Lancer. On top of that, you have a Bane who you're gonna have a lot of potential because the only thing that globally silences him is, well, the global silence. Otherwise, you need to get him with some sort of area stun, which they only have one of, and that's the Slardars. If Bane can position himself, he might waste a very valuable stun on a hero that you don't need to stun. The Enfeeble can also be very, very powerful against someone like the Clinks examples, but at high levels as you stop his damage from quite fantastic. The wolves. Why I kind of want to support this draft, because I just think overall the combinations as well, the Clock with Banes is very strong. The Doom is a good counter to a lot of heroes in the enemy team. The Monkey King actually works really nicely because of how they want to run the lanes as well. Let's not forget the Monkey King, you know, it takes advantage of heroes that cannot lane too well against him. See, that's surprising. Shadow Strike, Doppelganger. Shadow Strike, Doppelganger. Are you going to go for level 2 to reduce the cooldown and force more Doppelgangers? No, you can just max Doppelganger. I mean, you can. But you can go for 2 points of Doppelganger, skip that Phantom Rush completely, put it to level 2. That means a 12-second cooldown spell versus 20-second cooldown spell. Honestly, yeah, it's not that great. The only issue they can't kill Pek. Peksu is in a difficult position here. Bane is not that great at harassing the mid lane as one would like. You know, you're gonna have the dual mid lane with the Brain Sap. He needs a couple more levels to really take advantage of this. In a dual lane, Bane does not get that many levels, but I guess it's better off than Bane. You're also forcing a starter versus Monkey King alone, and I completely forgot about this. The offlaner is so much weaker for the guys at STX8 than for the guys at SFTe. A starter compared to a Doom, there's no color. The Doom is going to be able to be very useful in the late game, whereas Slaughter will be your initiator. That's all you have. Whereas the enemy team has 2 initiators in the form of supports, which are still very powerful. And actually, sorry, I'm not the Doom. I'm very used to having the Doom. The Clockwork. The Clockwork is still a much more powerful initiator because he deals more damage. He really does not suit the role of support only. Clockwork has much more versatility than Slaughter. That flag of J8, by the way, yeah, that flag makes the game. I really think that's the only reason why I like STX8. I think that's the best team in the world, just because of that flag. Just look at it. Look at it in the wind. Flags, yeah. Look at Xiao8 just guarding that mid lane. There's no way you can die with Xiao8 looking at you that way. Like, what's the thing that the Chinese people say when, like, what does it go in Chinese? Is it Jiao, Jiao, Jiao? I think it's like that. I can't speak Chinese, but I've seen the videos. It's fantastic. It's so much emotion. I love it. They really feel the Dota. Anyway, a European praising Chinese Dota. Reverse cultural appropriation. Right. Now, in the mid lane, we see Elodin actually already winning the lane, which is not surprise to anybody. It is actually a really good matchup against the Queen of Pain. What is he doing? That courier. Look, the illusions are able to kill the courier with how slow it's going. Leave the bottle! Leave the bottle! Kill the illusions! Don't let the illusions kill the courier! Oh my god! That courier had your bottle! That courier had your bottle, and all he wasted was 2 illusions! He didn't even bother to put himself in harm's way! That was ridiculous! Leave the bottle. Give it to the... I mean, I guess they would have just destroyed the bottle. Give it to Illusion. Once you see the illusions coming up to him, he should have just changed his plan of attack. Also, that bird is fat. Oh, okay, he was fat before, and now he finally went to the gym, and he's skinny, and now he can carry his house. He's, like, flexing. Look at him go. Wow. Yes. He's been taking a lot of protein. I like this bird. See? Whereas their courier is already dead, so I can't even check it out.
Denied.
Let's see. Top lane, STSD. Gonna try to search for Golden Star with the Scorched Turf. Deals a considerable amount of damage. Can't find the Clinks either. Oh, he's like, well, I'm just gonna kill the Clinks then. You don't want to support your carry? I'll just murder him. And SDST forces him out. The Rocket Flare misses. Shisui would have cancelled himself, and that would have been fantastic. But sadly wasn't able to do it. This Clinks is going straight up for the Soul Ring. No surprise there because...
Double damage.
And now, Night Stalker. Chase down slightly. Double damage onto the... As we see a kill in the top lane against Nico, and now we see SDST. Nico left alone. Last word onto him. Will trigger. He's been silenced. Only 2 more hits will do the trick, and it's gonna be the Clinks. It's just really weak against the Clinks in general with his low armor, so if you leave him alone, you just can't. You have to just back away immediately. Good thing is that at least, even though they are losing their lane technically, well, they're not really losing their lane, because 20 line lasted between both of them is equal to the Clinks in level 1 almost. Ooh, that Boundless Strike could have almost murdered the starter. But this Monkey King is doing much, much better than this bottom lane the starter is, or the Clinks is in general, so this Monkey King is...
Scanning.
Nico actually does get a kill in the top lane against Shisui again.
With gratitude.
Game. His camera movement. This setup is taking ages. I'm sorry, guys. Down the mid lane, Sonic Wave finds the Phantom Lancer, destroyed. As in the top lane, they want to get a counter kill against the Clinks maybe, but Nico is still not level 6. It's gonna end up just being no Pexu with a nightmare. SDST can come in, batter something Cogs. I told you this. Oh no! Why do you Inferno Blade him? Did he not know that interaction? They have to Cogs him. Shisui will not be able to get away anyway. Okay, even though that was a slight mess up by SDST, it was good that Pexu immediately dispelled the nightmare. In the bottom lane though, they're trying to look for a counter kill onto the Monkey King. The Slardar, maybe a bit too far. In comes the Doom, wants to help out, but all he can do is an Infernal Blade. Thompson just run towards him. It's so close to getting that Jingu Mastery off. Finally gets it. Thompson, you don't want to fight against him, Batman. Run away. SDST, we'll see Nicaril, and the TP will complete, as Boundless Strike was just not available there. A lot of stuff just coming out. Sorry, that's the only stun you really have. The Doom is not particularly the best hero to chase people down. That's why I like the Clockwork Bane combination more than Doom. I actually think it would have been better that way, but whatever. I see the point of running Clockwork in the offlane anyway. Looking at the net worth, by the way, we see Illidan SDR winning already. In terms of net worth, by quite a lot. Matching him will be the Monkey King with Queen of Pain and Clinks shortly behind. Not too far off for the Clinks and the Doom, who have decided they're both going to play offlane. I mean, what's interesting, it just reminds you of my pubs, you know? You have the support, and you're like, oh, I'm solo offlane. Oh, so I go offlane too? Okay, okay. But, no, but I said solo offlane. Solo means alone. He's like, okay, so you want help. Okay, I'll help you. No problem. Alright, man. Alright, okay. We'll just share lasses. Whatever. It's fine. To be fair, they're both heroes that don't actually require that much gold. Both of them. They have very relatively poor, or not poor, cheap core build-ups, and they have ways to acquire gold. Clockwork by getting kills, which is pretty easy for them. Well, activity guys. Nico actually silenced up. Last word, and more intelligence for the silencer. Yep. That's going to be Mr. Golden Star getting 6 intelligence to his name. Not as good as last game, but still a decent amount. But like I said, once they both have pretty cheap build-ups, and the Doom actually has a way to recover afterwards, so it's okay for him to play this kind of greedy support, while the Clockwork doesn't really need much more than really 4 stats. And Night Stalker, ooh, they stop him. Infernal Blade, you hit. They have a Brain Sap before he gets silenced, and Doom is just falling through with the Scorched Earth, burning the Night Stalker slowly but steadily. What does burned bat taste like? Doom is about to find out. He has one last Hadouken, but can't use it. Exo, in fact, might just die. There's the Gust, committed Nightmare, does not save him. And the hookshot finally from the Clockwork joins into the fray. Cogs onto 2, pushes Night Stalker back, and they get the first kill to the Clinks. The second into the Silencers, coming by very closely. That battery assault will ensure that. And Jayo, as they say. And they get that final hit, but the Monkey King in the bottom lane will be the scapegoat. for STX8. Knowing there was a rotation to the top lane, they just had to do this. Both supports were occupied. One was dead. They could not help the Monkey King, so they support there. You do see a Phantom Lancer who's had the lane pretty much to himself with a net worth that's beating the Queen of Pain now by 500. Forcing him to a build that's not ideal for lane domination. Easily found that. Slithering Crush stuns him, and Shisui wants to join in. Illidan, how are you supposed to get away from this? Tries to use illusions to bait out the enemy, but will not be successful as they die way too soon. It's going to be another kill for STX8, taking down the Phantom Lancer before he can't debate. Thompson, meanwhile on the bottom lane, at least he's given some space. He's going to go for the Solar Crest build this game as opposed to the last game where he decided that Solar Crest was not necessary. Of course, because he had a slaughter, right? So, good choice. Missed one last hit. If you missed this one too, I'm going to cry. Okay. Please, Clockwork. That was unnecessary. Don't play so aggressive against a Night Stalker when you don't know when the enemy team is there, right? STST. Oh, Shisui. Sees him. Follows him through. What's STST gonna do? It's invisible. Hang out behind him. Down a courage to his name. Gonna go for the cheap man's clinks. Cheap man's clinks. Poor man's clinks. Yeah. Oh, the Doom. Silenced and killed. And now the Clockwork, the next target of aggression. They can find him. They have enough slows. The Clockwork trying to use the tree for vision, but Night Stalker just smells his ass till he dies. Like a proper loyal dog, ensuring the kill happens. A hound with the face of a bat. A couple more kills going the way of SFTe. We're starting to get... Sorry, going the way of STX8. We're starting to get a bit of a lead. Finally. Well,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Monkey King.
Dire's middle tower
In that
is
siege
under
streak.
attack.
Getting those hits in. Boom, boom. I just love the sound it makes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The PL is he being flanked here by Golden Star. Illidan takes the tower down. Doom. He's been silenced. Clinks following through. He has a Doom, has to use it. Nightmare's not the Night Stalker. Sonic Wave only hits the Bane, and the Bane's been silenced but still alive. The Doom hits the Queen of Pain as Phantom Lancer joins in. All the illusions falling through, and the muted up Queen of Pain will be going down. Will view Illidan SDR, says to Night Stalker as he follows him down to the shrine. The shrine is activated, but the damn healing is not enough as the damage is too far. The healing is done, and Night Stalker is as well. The Slaughter joins in, tries to kill Nikwa, but he just can't find that last bash, which ensures the kill. Nikaril now being the last victim, at least of Illidan's SDR rampage. He tries to flatten him out, get some flatfish out of this game. And he says Shisui, he got the wrong illusion. He got the wrong Phantom Lancer. And that's going to be Illidan destroying the Klings, who played too aggressively and ended up paying for the price. Night Stalker, careful, gets the kill against Bane, but the illusion swarming the enemy team. His Phantom Lancer still not done. He continues with the aggression as STST finally joins. Hadoken hits too. They find Golden Star. Last word will stop. Nope, it will not, as Doppelganger dispels the damage completely. And Night Stalker attempts to fly away. And the Hadoken snipes him right in his face. A fantastic play there by SFTe, ensuring that there's a force to be reckoned with. In the name of Illidan SDR, minute 12 is net worth soaring above everyone else, 5,800 gold with 80 last hits, while Thompson himself decides to do the same thing in the bottom lane by pushing a tower. He's gonna be punished for being so cocky. Tries to take a tower down.
Dire are scanning.
About that, the vibrations. I didn't realize the microphone was picking them up. It's very annoying. It's not my vibrator, it's my phone, but thank you for the... I wasn't listening. Now, Phantom Lancer, who's been silenced, he can't doppelganger himself this time. That's going to be an easy kill for Sid Bash. Finds STST with the last word as well to boot. Slithering Crush, stopping him down. He's been stunned. Goodbye to the Doom. As Thompson doesn't really know what to do. It was an ultimate that was completely wasted, unable to really get the kill. He just tried to zone them out and couldn't finish it off. However, it is supposed to be the early game, right? This team is supposed to win the early game by a lot. It's once the Phantom Lancer gets his items that he becomes a stronger carry. After all.
Excellent.
Now Shisui. Careful. A slaughter. Oh, right. A lot of damage. Last word. Yeah, he can't actually dispel that. STST though does get the Doom up onto the perfect target, the Queen of Pain. Can they kill her with the Rocket Flare, adding some damage? The Fiend Scrape also finding her, but they deny her. Right last second. Lilico, master play. Slaughter stop down. The hookshot now stopping Lilico, punishing for doing that. But Shisui will not be so lucky. He will lose his life to Thompson or Nikwa, allowing Nikwa to get a kill as Thompson gets a double kill. Solar Crest finally in hand. Gonna be the Monkey King a bit happier, but the Phantom Lancer a bit sadder. Was that a worthwhile play? Yeah, 1 for 4, definitely worthwhile, but you still use the Phantom Lancer, not exactly what you were hoping for. With the Clockwork does get his Blade Mail finally. That's gonna help a lot against the Clinks especially. Usually I'm not a big fan of Blade Mail immediately on
Dire's top tower is under attack.
down the mid lane. They find the Doom. Out goes his armor. There he is life as well. The Manstalker continues to silence stuff, and the Doom will die.
He's out.
Proceed to go for a tower here in the top lane. Other than SDR, putting as much pressure as he can. And from behind, Night Stalker. Oh, there's all doppelgangers. Slithering Crush though stops him. Hookshot misses. Illidan is now left alone against 3. The Global Sound hits him, but look at Illidan. He continues on fighting. Another illusion jukes. That was fantastic. Or juke, I suppose. Now getting the Night Stalker. Not killed. Scream of Pain clears the illusions. Nicaril almost dying, but not quite. Nikwa might not be so lucky. The last word triggers, but Shisui now left between 3. Dusted up. He's been slowed. He has no mana, and soon to be no life either. As Illidan SDR takes that kill. Pexter from behind. He got a Nightmare onto the Silencer. Golden Star. How are you going to get away from this? With a Brain Sap, there's no HP left in the Silencer to take away. And that's going to be SFTe taking 2 more kills, 3k lead. So Illidan takes a top tower, tier 1, that goes to...
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Come back after first 10k. Typical ProDotA. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, but these guys, I don't know if you actually understand Dota, just because I've seen a lot of people complain about this. SDX8 has the lineup to get first 10 kills. A lot, by a lot. It's surprising that SFTe managed to win this, or managed to come back after early game, or this soon in the early game. SDX8 has the lineup to get the first 10 kills, by far. I mean, with the Night Stalker, a Clinks, and the Queen of Pain, I'm surprised it took him that long to get first 10 kills. So, don't know what to tell you, man. I know what you're trying to imply, a bunch of people, but it's just not there. You're just seeing things where they're not, because SDX8 has a much more aggressive lineup, much better early game. It's what happens when you bet for something that's not what Dota's meant to be. If I go for late game, you know, what a... Like, I think that I'm gonna play this game to win, because I want the prize money, obviously, and I go for late game, and then, oh, all of a sudden I lose the first 10 kills. Of course you lose the first 10 kills and you win a bit later. Your draft is made for that, literally. You have heroes that are meant to, you know, get a lot of gold as the game progresses, like Doom, for example, or a Phantom Lancer does really well in the late game. You have a Monkey King that's able to get a lot of pressure, put a lot of pressure onto the enemy team once he gets the necessary items, a couple core items that are really necessary for him to be the star hero or star player. Hell, even heroes like Bane or Walkers are very good as the game progresses, as you stop going for ganks and going for more team fights, so the global silence can't cancel you as much, and you can play around the global silence more easily than you do in the early game. Just to clarify this, and I don't know if it's typical or not, but just to put this out. I'm sorry to insult you. Don't fault the teams for that. Bane going down, and well, that's gonna be an easy kill. No big deal. Out of position. Walks around the shrine. Destroyed.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And the top lane, they go for a tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under
The
attack.
tower that will go down soon for SFTe's damage. They have a good amount of tower pushing, so it's not a problem.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
And
Dire's
Odin
structures
SDR
are fortified.
takes down the tower. Oh,
Dire's top tower is
tower
fortified.
taken down. And
Radiant's
in the bottom
tower
lane,
has fallen.
Illidan himself, or sorry, Shisui himself takes that bottom tower. Another sentry finds the observer ward. And that's good. That's a little bit of dewarding that allows SFT to get a bit more map domination. And they start slowly but steadily to make sure that Klinks' territory is reduced. Look at the poor man Klinks that he had to go for. Blade Mail, goddamn medallion, that's not what you're hoping for. Balance Strike hits him, Dust as well, but... Ooh, Dust actually just missed, barely. Well, it must have been barely out of range. That's unfortunate.
This'll come in
And
handy.
Golden Star will be able to take down an Observer Ward here in the mid lane with a Rocket Flare hitting 4.
The wages of fear.
No big deal there.
Double damage.
They join. They take Roshan down. Shisui. Yeah, that's a lot of damage to putting up to Roshan. They're sure to take it with double damage. As SFT decide to just push the tower up to the top. I don't think they know they're going to beat this anyway. That's a really important Aegis because you can stop the blue from being effective in between a fan. Golden Star though, quick kill. Can they finish him off with the global signs comes out? Yes they can. Teksu finishes him off with a brain sap as STST looks for another kill. I love okay, GG, well played. Will they go against him? Probably not a good idea as again, he does have that
Radiant
Aegis.
structures are fortified.
I mean, if you waste that Aegis for... Nah, not for a because then you can teamfight you and punish you. Ooh, great Fiend script. How do you stop him? As Parker comes in, great silence. Shisui now wants to fight this, but where's the follow-up? Was a bit too late. STST needs to get the Doom off. Only an Infernal Blade. Balance Strike finds a Slaughter. They can kill the Ice Stalker at the very least. Nico joins in. Shisui dealing a lot of damage. Battery assault plus that Blade Mail. And the ultimate from the Monkey King finally comes out, destroys Shisui, and almost destroys Nicarilo as well. And look at the Phantom Lancer go, make sure that the Slaughter turns into Slaughter Mush. It's gonna be an easy kill for SFTe Esports, 3 for 3, but in their benefit as they do kill the Klinks and for 2 supports, where they only lose themselves an option. Stock dip and lockbox. You guys are the ideal viewers. I wanna get your comments. I wanna get your comments and put them up on my wall. And whenever some viewers like just go to dumb stuff, I just wanna be. You should call stock dip and lockbox. They'll teach you how to beat. They'll teach you how to bet. Anyway, and how to be a nice viewer. That's aside. I have a lot of appreciation for them. Really adds to the game. So, Illidan SDR.
Fortune.
He's gonna be himself grabbing a Manta style very shortly. I think, yeah. Okay, that's gonna be a Manta. That's gonna be a Lotus Orb. No? Yeah, Lotus Orb for Doom. Okay. He does like this build, or last game, SFT went for the same build, even though it was Nico playing the game, so I value the Lotus Orb, but the Doom a lot. First, Adam Lotus Orb. Well, we'll see. However, the clock is ticking. It's a ticking time bomb lineup that STX8 ran because the late game for them is really not that powerful compared to the main team. Even if Sansa gets a bunch of intelligence, the passive game just benefits SFT much more. And the best part about this is that you see a Phantom Lancer in much before it's still more farm. You really would like to be crushed at this point in the game, and you're not. It doesn't really matter the Clockwork or the Doom are falling behind because they don't need to get those items. Like I said, their core is pretty cheap. They're going to get utility somehow anyway, with the Doom especially. the Monkey King and Phantom Monster will keep themselves back up, and the Slaughter and Night Stalker do like to stay on top of the game with some items, like for example, Aghanim's will be great on Night Stalker. He does rely on getting a lot of utility, because he himself loses utility as the game goes on, so he's pretty much just a set of items. Okay, Monkey King, they don't see him actually. He's gonna unveil the smoke. You know what, they didn't even think about the smoke, is it was kind of blind, and oh, they're gonna find the king. Alright, that's for a smoke. I mean, I guess it's 24 minutes in. Oh, he might have survived.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
For a smoke, 20 minutes in, 24 minutes in, I guess it's okay because it's not too late in the. It's really just a Doom you're killing. Not that big.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
Battery assault. Find a Night Stalker. No shot him as well. Night Stalker. Ooh, there's the Spirit Lance. Night Stalker careful. They're all chasing out after him. Low HP. Diffusal Blade. Night Stalker will go down. And now Sonic Wave comes in, destroys nobody. Actually just hit the Monkey King in the Global Silence finally. Monkey King, will he die in this time? Tries to heal back up with his Jingu Mastery. Not in time. As he goes down, so does Golden Star. And a Cogs finds two. Klings has to stop the Bane, but those Cogs are preventing this from happening as the Fiend's Grip completes. I love... Okay, GG, well played. Will be nightmared right after it. And the Doom available. They don't want to waste it until that Aegis is taken away from him. I love okay, GG, well played. He's healing back up, enough mana to get another blink, and he's gonna make it out of this alive. So the push continues by SFTe. They only lost the Monkey King. Phantom Lancer though. No, he just goes for the ruin so you get a bit more healed. Well, they do take, I mean, they do pretty well. They put a lot of pressure, not bad. As now the Phantom Lancer continues in the bottom lane to just put as much push as he can. Pressure from SFTe.
The wages of fear.
SFTe8. I wonder how they're going to be able to do this. Oh, there's the Monkey King coming in. He channels. Is he able?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sorry, just a bit of farming. Nothing else really. What is Monkey King going for next? Diffusal Blade? I actually think that's going to increase his damage considerably. And this Klings, interestingly, he's not finishing his solo quest whatsoever. He's instead going for a Maelstrom, which is a weird bag of mixed damage here. I guess Maelstrom to clear the illusions a bit easier. If he's going to go for Mjolnir, maybe? Pain, sees a bunch of illusions. This is the real one. Oh wow. Illidan has some amazing reflexes sometimes. You know, everyone like makes fun of this player, but he just has some impressive reflex. He's got Monster Style as well, so goodbye to your silence being so effective as before. I mean, now it's obvious which one's the real one. Doppelgangers again. Who's the real one? You can't really tell. And Lotus Orb on the illusion.
Savage.
Oh, that's next level tactics, you know. Is the illusion the real one? Another doppelganger? Can you do a Lotus Orb as well? Look at him go. The Phantom Lancer. Trying to put a bit of pressure, but they read him like a book. This time they know which one's the real one, but he dispels it immediately. Lotus Orb stops the silence from being effective onto him. Illidan can continue fighting this. Decides to go for the tower instead. The hookshot finds him. It's gonna be the silencer. He's stuck in the cogs. The battery starts to deal a lot of damage, and Golden Star will go down. Fiend's Grip finds this poor Clinks. Doomed up, Fiend's Grip destroyed, and Nickel will be sacrificing his life as a result of Night Stalker's shenanigans. He's, however, gonna pay for it with his own life.
Savage.
Now it's time for the rest of SFTe to take some towers, maybe make some noise, take some tier 3s. You can't lose the clock or cannot avenge his death with a tier 3 stuff tops. Oh, you do not have strong command. Okay, you have nothing. Don't take these damage. The Queen of Pain did lose her Aegis. Soon her mana. Good nightmare, but they don't have a Fiend's Grip to follow up. PipaXiao8, what he's trying to do. There's the Enfeeble, stopping the Queen of Pain from doing too much physical damage. That's not bad. Basically, back in 9 seconds, you want to take at least a tier 3. That's all they were aiming for. A tier 3, a tier 3, a tier 3. And Slithering Crush. They know Illidan's tactics. They know how much he likes to play with illusions. Finally, the tier 3. They take it down. Illidan can walk away unscathed. As the Clinks just finally made it back into the game. He actually TP'd from behind. Tries to take a creep. Wants to get a kill before anyone walks away. The Queen of Pain goes against Illidan, but this is the wisest of choices. Vexer from behind. Illidan still fighting this. You need to get away from this, Illidan. The Clinks join the hookshot. Now stopping the Queen of Pain. She's down. Illidan prevents the damage with another doppelganger using illusion tactics. They find the poor Night Stalker and they continue fighting this. Thompson on top of his game. Shisui stuck in the cogs, subsequently destroyed. And Nicaril without any mana. Where are you going, buddy? Flattens the fish, proceeds to make him into sushi. Gonna be a Monkey King getting the kill that ensures the good game well played. SFTe 29 minutes in are able to take down STX8 and ensure a 2-0 in this beautiful best of 3. With that, guys.